CQ 20 meters. Hello 20. CQ 20, CQ 20, CQ 20 meters. Calling any station anywhere. CQ 20 from Kilo 2, Golf Oscar Delta. This is K2GOD. CQ 20 meters. Hello 20 meters. CQ 20. CQ 20. Any station anywhere. Calling 20 meters. CQ 20. Any station anywhere. CQ 20 from Kilo 2, Golf Oscar Delta. This is K2GOD in New Jersey.
QSB, Kilo 2 station, the Kilo 2. This is W5 November Queen Hotel. W5 November Queen Hotel. Over.
Roger. November 5, Whiskey 5 November Queen Hotel. Do I get that right?
Yeah, that's correct. Whiskey 5 November Queen Hotel. W5 November Queen Hotel.
Very good. Thanks for coming back to my call. My name is Noel, and I'm doing a live stream on YouTube, so you know. And I just started calling people on 20 meters. It's nice to meet you. You have a 5.9 plus signal here into my receiver here. And I'm in New Jersey. How about your location and your name and what kind of a radio are you using there? Over.
Okay, Noel. Very good. Good copy there. I didn't get all your call there. What's up? It's kilowatt 2 is all I've got there. Say the rest of your call. Over.
All right. Let me crank up a little bit of more power here. Maybe that helps. Ben, it's been crazy today and tonight. Call sign is Kilo 2, Golf Oscar Delta, K2GOD. I'm in New Jersey. Name here is Noel. Back to you.
Okay, I've got it there. K2 Golf Oscar Delta. Yeah, very good. I just didn't catch all that you call there. You're certainly loud enough. You're solid S8. You're peaking S9 into West Texas. Western Texas is the QTH, just east of New Mexico. That right angle of Texas and New Mexico. Odessa is the QTH. Odessa is the QTH city. Western Texas is the QTH. Rig is an ICOM 7300. And antenna is a 2-element beam. 2 elements on this band, about 8 meters. 2-element hex beam. And an old Heathkit tube amp here running about 400 watts. So an old Heathkit tube amp and the 2-element hex beam. Should be pointed in your general direction there for sure. K2 Golf Oscar Delta W5 November 20 Hotel.
Roger. I love the hex beams. I don't have one, but everybody that I speak to that uses a hex beam always comes out good. Sometimes exceptionally good. And today the band is not doing that great, at least for our path. And you are hitting S7, S9, and very readable signal. Very good, and good on the 7300 too. Sounding very good on this end. Here the radio is an ICOM IC705, and I have a Mercury 3S amplifier. This is the model that came out recently that has the new updated LD MOS. Very nice amplifier, I tell you. I can't stop saying good things about this amplifier. Made a sacrifice, saved for like about a year or longer than a year. Put myself on the list and got one after 8 months of putting myself on the list. They called me asking for the payment, and I sent the payment last year, and I got this thing. So very nice amplifier. I'm pushing about maybe 740 watts right now. I just need to push in 3.5 watts from the a QRP rec from the 705, and it gets that much out. I did make a modification on this amp. I took the input pad, the attenuator, switched it from a 10 dB attenuator to a 6 dB one, and it seems to work very well with the IC705. I guess I get max power out on most of the bands here. So the antenna is a full wave 80 meter loop, and it's hanging probably 45 to 55 feet above ground. It's square, horizontal, hanging from 4 trees. I get them up there with a drone. I have a little, it's like a fishing kit that you attach to the drone, and you can send a fishing line up there with a weight, and drop the line, and then pull up another rope or something like that to pull up the antenna. So it has worked great for me. I'm not sure if I got your name. Name here is Noel. Back to you, K2GOD.
Okay, very good there. Noel. I didn't say the name there. I'm sorry. Name is Dave. Delta Alpha Victor Echo. Dave is the name. And okay, very good. And I understand with the antenna. I've used very similar in the past there, and do have a vacation spot that has a very similar antenna to that. Also use a inverted V dipole for the lower bands here. It's a full wave on 40 meters. Feed it with open wire into a balanced tuner, so that's what I use for the lower band. It also tunes on every band. I can tune it from 80 through 10 meters, no problem. So in any case, very good. And the 703, 705 rather. Gosh, it sounds great. It's got really good audio. It's basically, the little brother to the 7300. Basically, it's probably the same internal components on a lot of it. But of course, it doesn't run as much power. But with 3.5 or 4 watts there, I think you're driving the amplifier. It sounds just awesome. It's working quite well. You're up to S9 there all the way. So with the 705 in the amplifier, I think you're running about 700 watts. Is that what you said? Amazing that you can run. You can drive it with 3 watts and still put out close to 700 watts. Is that what you said? Over.
Roger, let me lower it. I got the volume going on. Yes, it's, for example, right now it's like 785, 702, 740, 760. It picks up and down because, depending on your modulation. The whole trick is the LD MOS. They have this industrial LD MOS that is used for all kinds of projects, anywhere from AM transmitters to microwave. I think this LD MOS, the newest one they installed here, is rated at 1600 watts up to 500 megahertz, I think. So it really pushes strong on 500 megahertz. So just imagine when you take it down to the HF bands, is really like light work for it. Plus it has a bunch of algorithms and protections. Now the amp is rated to a maximum of 1350, the way they designed it. And the original input pad limits the output power if you're using a QRP reg like mine. So that's why I had to make the modification of taking out the old input pad and putting a less aggressive input pad or attenuator. So I switched it from 10 dBs to 6 dBs, and with only 3.5 watts and 20 meters, I get close to 800 watts of output. Now, if I keep on going up, like I'm gonna do a little test here, you see, I can push all the way to peaks of 1127, 1200, and sometimes 1250. On other bands, it reaches 1300 and a little over that. But right now with 10 watts, it gets up to peaks of 1200, and it's not bad for an amplifier that does well. At the time that I bought it, it was priced at like $2,800 or something like that, completely built and sent to your home. So I think it went up in price this year. He's trying to keep it low, but it's inevitable that the cost of construction and things like that will raise the price on the other end for hams. But nice amplifier, have no complaints about it. In digital mode or something like AM, you cannot sustain more than 700 watts because it has a protection that knocks it out. But that's decent to me. Digital mode's at 700 watts, which I don't need to do it that hard. It's kind of a good limit there. And AM, really, in AM, you don't want to really push too much. Just feeding like 100 watts will be enough to, I mean, having a dead carrier at 100 watts will be enough to really get nice, good signal on AM. And that's the comment there. Back to you from K2GOD.
Yeah, very good, Noel. K2GOD, W5NQH. Yeah, certainly would, and under conditions, if you have better conditions, of course, it would do quite well there, even with 100 watts. So that's certainly the case there. I'd agree with you 100%. That's a good setup, and let's take a look at that. I've been kind of high in the 705 as well, and might pick up one used or something, but certainly a good addition. You don't have to run a lot of power and battery power. You can run it off of that, and under really good conditions, it should do quite well with the 5 watts. And of course, if you have a full 13.8 volts with a good battery, you could run 10 watts in it. And if you got good conditions, it should do quite well. So interesting there with the setup. But yours sounds really, really good. Under the propagation, it could be, might be pretty decent there. If you could run, 10 watts or 5 or something, if you switch off the amp here and see if I can copy it with just at barefoot there with the 705 with the, 5 watts or 10 there, over.
Roger. Well, I am doing 10 watts because I'm using batteries for the whole setup here, but not the amp. The amp is on 240 connector, but I'm using just 10 watts. 10 watts going through the full wave 80 meters loop, and I don't know if you copy me. Back to you, K2GOD.
Okay, K2 Golf Oscar Delta. Yeah, do copy. Not super strong, but close enough for a contact there. Yeah, I did copy. It does make a big difference. Of course, S9 to about a 5 and 4x4 or so on the barefoot signal, and of course with the amplifier on your S8 to S9 there. And under really bad conditions, the conditions are not very good. So, I could actually make the contact there. Over.
Roger. I've used it a lot for digital modes. Believe it or not, I don't use for the most part. I don't use the power amplifier for the digital modes. It gets you out there on FT8, and sometimes it's also the same situation for slow scan TV and things like that. Yeah, I don't have any complaints. I told you, I went from a 7300 to this. I loved the 7300, but I couldn't really own 2 radios. I decided to sell the 7300 a few years back and save up. Well, actually, I sold 2 radios to get this one. I sold a Hermes Light that I loved and the 7300, and then put a little bit of cash on the side and complete it for this one. It's quite expensive in my view. It's about $13.50 for this radio, and that's a lot of money for a QRP, But the radio has 160 meters all the way to 440 megahertz, and all the modes. You also have the digital interface with USB. It has RTTY built into the radio. You don't need a computer. You can program little shortcuts for sending out your signal reports and calling CQ. And it decodes RTTY right there on the radio on the screen. It has Wi-Fi and a server. It has GPS and positioning. It has a bunch of things. It's a lot more than what people think, you know. So I don't think you'll be disappointed if you buy a used one, which I'm pretty sure you can probably find nowadays. But whoever buys it, most of the time owns it and keeps it for the long term. But if you find a used one, sometimes they sell for 900, 950, 1,000. It's worth the money if it's in good shape. All right. Well, I won't intend to hold you long, so I'll say 73 is certainly nice to meet you. And like I said, I'm putting this to a little testing on YouTube. So if you go to my QRZ.com page, you'll find a link to the YouTube channel, and you can see the stream and hear yourself there. I think that's really cool. So back to you from K2GOD.
Okay, very good, Noel. Very good. Yeah, K2 Golf Oscar Delta. Yeah, I'll take a look at that. Sure will. I got your page here, and very good. Good cells. Yeah, good. You got them sold on the 705. I think I will look for one of those, and it would be a good addition. Now, I would like to do some mobile work there, maybe some parks on the air. And I do have some battery here, so I could certainly, I could run battery power and actually do the full 10 watts with the 13.8 volts. So I have enough portable battery power and solar panel, and that you could run the full 10 watts. That'd be cool, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, hey, thanks for the call, and really glad to meet you. If you hear me on again, well, give me a shout there. And a great QSO. K2GOD, very good, Noel. W5NQH, best of 73.
73, and thanks for coming up to my call. And wish you a great week. You take care. We'll catch up with you some other time. One more call, CQ20, CQ20. CQ20 meters, calling any station, anywhere. This is Kilo 2 Golf Oscar Delta in New Jersey. I think there's a Kilo 5. I'm not sure if I heard it right. It's a little weak into the noise. Please try again. See if I can get your call sign over.
Foxtrot Papa Julia. Kilo Golf 5 Foxtrot Papa Julia.
I think I pulled you up a little bit there. Kilo Golf 5 Fox Papa Juliet. Nice to meet you. Name here is Noel. I hope you can hear me. I got you a little bit in the noise. I just want to turn back to you to see if you have a positive contact. Over. Kilo Golf 5 Fox Papa Juliet. If you're still there, I couldn't hear that last transmission. Please try again. Over. Okay, couldn't get you that strong. I know you're still there. I just can't make out the signal. Anyways, I appreciate you trying, I think, if I'm not wrong, it was Kilo Golf 5 Fox Papa Juliet, and I appreciate the contact. Hope you get to enjoy the week, and 7-3 from K2GOD. CQ20, CQ20 meters, CQ20, hello 20 meters. Calling any station anywhere, CQ20 from Kilo 2, Golf Oscar Delta, K2GOD. CQ20 meters, CQ20, hello 20 meters, CQ20, calling any station anywhere, CQ20 from Kilo 2, Golf, Oscar Delta, this is K2GOD. Whiskey Alpha 7, I think it was. Whiskey Lima Yankee, I think. Is that correct? Over?
You were close. Foxtrot Lima Yankee, WA7FLY.
Okay, I think I got you now. WA7FLY. Is that correct? Over?
I'm out portable with 20 watts, portable 20 watts, not too far from Tacoma, Washington,
QSL, portable with 20 watts in Tacoma, Washington. Is that correct? Over?
QSL, yeah, not too far. 15 miles to the west. The town is actually Long Branch, Washington. And just running the Baidu G90 with a 17-foot vertical
QSL. I got you a little bit in the noise there, but the 20 watts are doing great for the band conditions. Band is not really working that great, but here we are, coast to coast, 20 watts on the G90. You're doing great. I'm using a Nikon IC705 with a Mercury 3S amp, and I'm pushing about probably 700 to 800 watts of power. And you are 5.7, sometimes it comes higher, but truly amazing for 20 watts. Are you a pilot? Over?
Conditions in the 5.7, and yes, I am a pilot. I fly the Boeing 737 QSL. And what was your location?
All right, very good. I can tell because of the call sign on your pictures there on your QRSat page. I just want to disclose that I'm doing a YouTube stream. You can, if you get to my QRSat.com profile page under K2GOD, you'll see a link there, and you can hear yourself and see how the signal fare in the propagation that we're using today or enjoying today. Very good. I appreciate you coming back to my call. Amazing to hear the 20 watts making it all the way from the other side of the United States into the East Coast, West Coast to East Coast. Truly amazing, 20 watts and a little antenna there, doing a great job. I just can't imagine if you had a little bit of more power, it would have sounded just incredible. But thank you for the call, and hope to catch up with you some other time. So I'm going to send it back to you, 7-3. Have a great week from K2GOD.
K2GOD from WA7FLY. Roger. Thanks for the conversation. Glad we're getting there with 20 watts cross country. And hey, before I let you go, what was your state? What is your location?
Roger, my location is New Jersey, the state of New Jersey, the city of Vineland. I'm south of, probably 25 miles south of the Philadelphia International Airport. QSL?
QSL, I have flown in there before. Hey, thank you very much for the conversation. I know we're out camping right now, but when we get back, I'll definitely look up your Philadelphia. Hey, thanks so much, and have a great night. K2GOD from Whiskey Alpha 7, Foxtrot, Lima, Yankee 73, and have a great week.
Well, thank you. WA7 Fly from K2GOD. Appreciate the contact. Good week to you. This is K2GOD calling any station anywhere. CQ20 from Kilo 2, Golf Oscar Delta K2GOD.
November 0 Romeo Whiskey Papa.
Delta Whiskey.
Okay, I think I have a November 0 Romeo Whiskey Papa. Is that correct? Over?
Affirmative, and your call was Kilo 2 Golf Oscar Delta, correct?
Roger. Kilo 2 Golf Oscar Delta. Name is Noel. I was busy punching you into the QRZ webpage to get you up there. So I'll give you a signal report on the next turn. Back to you. I'm in New Jersey. How do you copy? Over.
I copy you 59 plus from Minnesota, Mike November. The name is Bob, Bravo Oscar Bravo, and yeah, happy to contact you. This is a first time using a rig I got at a ham test, so happy to do that and log you into QRZ later as well. Back to you.
Roger. Well, thanks for coming on the air, and the rig is sounding great. You are a 5'9" into New Jersey from Minnesota. And what kind of a rig is? And I'm just curious. I'm sorry to ask, but I guess you bought it used because it was a ham fest. You bought it new, and was it a good deal? How much you paid? Over?
Yeah, I got an FT891 because I have only done QRP before and wanted a 100-watt rig. Got what I felt like a decent deal was for it at 450 used and great condition, and managed to cobble together a power supply using some old server, like rack mount power supplies you can get for like 20 bucks, and cobbled some stuff together. So saved a little bit of money, and I'm pretty happy with it. And if you can hear me and the sound is good, everything is good with it. So yeah, it's literally the first time trying it out, and glad to hear that it works. Over.
Roger. Yeah, that's a great radio. I have it in my SUV. I bought it many years ago. Actually, I bought it, I think, during the pandemic. And has never gotten rid of it. I've bought and sold radios, but that one I kept. It is so versatile. And one little secret, by the way, you got a good deal for $450 using great condition. You know, it's a 100 watts rig, and it really has nice audio. If you go into the menu is the only difficult part because it has like hundreds of menus there, but has many functions, right? If you go into the menu, it has a processor, and it has gain for the mic plus processing, and it also has a parametric equalizer, and it has 3K of audio bandwidth, and you can really tune your voice. If you monitor yourself on another radio, you can really fine-tune your sound on any microphone to a great sound. And I encourage you to download the manual if you don't have the manual, or if you have the paper manual. Just go through it, and it has a nice 4 bands parametric equalizer that you can adjust and make it sound like a broadcast, even with the handheld mic. It's a great radio. For digital modes, you probably need to have a USB audio card to interface with it and a few wires, but you can do it all with it, and for that price, not a bad acquisition. So back to you from K2GOD.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I've heard a bit about the transmit audio. Like you said, I need to spot myself to really get it tuned up. But I'm kind of glad that all the kind of knobs and dials are there to do that. I've already seen that it receives really good, and I like that about it. And in particular, I like I messed a bit around with the digital noise reduction. I it's a lot easier to tune up than, in my opinion, than some of the icon stuff I've used, and I'm actually looking forward to it for our local net, because I'm in a pretty, situation with kind of challenging local propagation, so I actually have trouble hearing people talk out on our back to you. This is M0RWP.
Roger, Roger. M0RWP from K2GOD. All right, very well. I'm going to, before the propagation closes on us, because it's switching a lot, I'm going to say 7-3s and thank you for the contact. Enjoy your radio. Wish you a great week from K2GOD.
Yeah, M0RWP. Yeah, thank you very much for contacting me, and 7-3, my friend.
CQ20 from Kilo 2 Golf Oscar Delta K2GOD. CQ20 meters, hello 20. CQ20 meters, hello 20 meters. CQ20 from Kilo 2 Golf Oscar Delta. This is K2GOD.
K2GOD, this is WA4QKM, Whiskey Alpha 4, Quebec, kilowatt, Mike.
All right, I think I have Whiskey Alpha 4, Quebec, Kilo, Mike. Okay, very good. They're sounding very good. I'll give you a signal report on the next turn. Name here's Noel. I'm in New Jersey. I imagine with a number 4 call, you may be somewhere south of me. Back to you. What's your location?
Roger, Roger. K2GOD, WA4QKM. The QTH is Atlanta, Georgia. Very close to downtown Atlanta. And the name is Ken, Kilo Echo Norway, Ken. Your signal is a touch above 5.9 right now. Beautiful signal. K2GOD, WA4QKM.
Roger, Roger. Thanks for the 5.9. You're 5.9 plus. You're picking high, probably 15/9. Nice signal, nice audio, very well-rounded audio. I see that you have old gear on your QR set profile pic. I can see these are hits kit, I think. I don't know for sure. You tell me what you're running right now. Over.
Roger. Give me your name again quickly.
Sure, it's Noel. Kilo 2 Golf Oscar Delta. Name is Noel, like Christmas. Over.
Roger, Noel. It's close to my middle name, which is Joel, Joel. The picture you see is not the gear I'm running right now. I do have that equipment sitting here. That is a Heath kit from 1968, 1970. And I'm running a modern rig now, a Yaesu FT DX5000 with a Mercury 3S amp, feeding a hex beam at about 40 feet pointed your way, Noel. Go ahead, please.
Roger. I have a Mercury 3S here too. That radio is sounding very good. I was thinking that because of the clear sound that you weren't using the other ones. But it's good to know that you still have that old gear. It's vintage. It looks beautiful. It looks like you preserved the whole shack as it was many years ago. And that's nice to see, absolutely. On this end, I'm using the ICOM IC705, which is a QRP reg, but I'm putting it through the Mercury 3S, and the Mercury 3S has a little modification on the input pad so that it can allow the QRP rig to drive it hot, you know. Love this Mercury 3S. I was telling the other radio operators earlier. And how long since you bought the Mercury 3S? You bought it recently, or you've been using it for a while? Or?
Noel, I would say maybe a year and a half now, and I absolutely love this piece of equipment. It really makes life easy, and it looks after me. It makes sure that I don't do any damage. So, an excellent piece of gear. Go ahead.
Absolutely. I'm in the same boat. I think if amps didn't have the protection they have nowadays, I'll be blowing a lot of them up by simple mistakes, you know. Wrong band, wrong antenna, wrong tuning, you know, there's so many things. Wrong amount of input power, or driving it beyond the limit, you know. If they didn't have these protections, it would have been dead long ago. But I think this amplifier is virtually impossible to break. I've seen broken ones, but mostly due to some defect. Like, for example, a friend of mine up north from me had the Mercury 3S, and the thing that failed on his was the power supply. The power supply went bad, and so it happened 3 weeks after he bought it. He called Kenny, the owner of the company, and he told him to send it back. He sent a shipping label, told him to send it back, and while the thing was traveling to Florida, he was sending one back to New Jersey to my friend, brand new, to replace the one that failed. So they stand behind the product, you know, and honorable people, very well made product. I can't say enough about them. It's just crazy good. I'm having a blast with it. I bought it last year. I think I put myself on the list February 2024, and by August, no, I'm sorry, I lied. I put myself on the list December 2023, and then I finally had a notification August 2024, and I paid it in full, and they shipped the thing to me right away within days, and I was happy camper. Good affordable amplifier with lots of power. Back to you, Joel, from K2GOD.
Okay. Very good, Noel. Joel is my middle name, and I didn't hear it often, only when I was in trouble. Then I had my full name. So, yeah, just call me Ken, and I'll answer to that. And if you call me for dinner, I'll answer for that too. Noel, give me your QTH. I know you're in New Jersey. I don't have your city.
QSL, Ken, Vineland is a big city down here in the south. It's large in territory, but not large in population. But it's getting somewhere, you know. I think it's the most moving forward city down here. It's called Vineland, and I think this is the town where the Welsh grape juice was created. Just to give you a little bit of a fact about the town. So I'm in Vineland, New Jersey. Call sign is Kilo 2 Golf Oscar Delta. QSL?
QSL. I know where you are, and I spent a little time in New Jersey some years ago. Just a few short years ago, maybe 35 or 40. That I lived in a small community just on the other side of the river from Philadelphia. The name of the city was Mapleshade. So I don't know if that's South Jersey or Middle Jersey, but in the area, and I've certainly heard of Vineland before. And Atlanta, no grape juice, but Coca-Cola. It is the home of Coca-Cola, and CNN News I guess that's our claim to fame. No, I have the old rig because when I was very young, this was the equipment that I wanted, and but couldn't afford. And I was, for the most part, out of radio many years. And when I came back, I decided I'd like to have the equipment that I wanted when I was very young. It's what I was familiar with, and it turned out that I could find this on the internet, various pieces, and it wasn't very expensive. And slowly, I built the entire system. This is SB 301, 401, the SB 200 amplifier, and then all the little boxes you see above there, all part of the same system. And it's a very good-looking rig, a very good-looking set of equipment. And when I have visitors to the shack, it is this equipment that their eyes go to, not to the modern equipment, which is, two boxes and a bunch of flashing lights. But, 100% better than the old equipment. I can say at least the older equipment, I can get inside of it, and occasionally I can fix it when it goes bad, and it does go bad. It does have difficulties with the old components in it. So, Noel, I will turn it back to you. How long have you been licensed? Go ahead.
Okay. I've been licensed since I was 12. So I'm now 55, going to turn 56 this summer. So I guess on and off, I've been for over 35 years. And I do like ham radio. I mean, it's something that I think once I let my license expire, and it was because I went into college, I was busy, I got married, and then moved to New Jersey, and life just got in the way, and didn't remember to renew. But then once I found a job in New Jersey and bought a home and had time, because I didn't have kids right away. I waited 11 years after getting married to have kids. So I was like having a lot of time in my hands, a day job that only occupied me from 8:30 to 4:30, and a lot of time in my hands with my wife, So I went and took the license again many years ago, and so I've been active ever since. So it's been quite a good run. And going back to your shack with the old gear, yes, I think you have the whole collection there, amplifier, the scope, everything. And I think that's very much needed to really make it sound great, and be able to tune it right and fix it. You're right about the new equipment nowadays. I know people love the old stuff, but the old stuff wasn't steady as the new radios. These radios are incredibly perfect in tuning. And it gives you so much information. It's almost scientific. You got a band scope, and you got remote capabilities. I can operate mine with the iPhone from anywhere in the world. Even change bands and have the auto tuner switch to whatever tuning was for that band, and do live streams like I'm doing right now, where people can see the radio information on the YouTube channel. It's just amazing. I love this radio. I think I'm nostalgic about the old gear, but absolutely love the new stuff that's coming out, and it's getting better and better. So back to you, Ken, from K2GOD.
K2GOD, WA4QKM. Very good, and well said, well said. We're pretty much in the same situation. I was licensed about, I think, age 14 or 15. And really enjoyed myself. I enjoyed single side band and CW, and then I had to go off to school, and then out working, and I did some VHF, 2-meter, particularly when I was in New Jersey for the year I was there. I enjoyed 2 meters. There were a lot of repeaters in the area. And then got married late, and so there was, wife, children, work, and a few years ago, the children finished up school, went out into the world, left the house, and I said, I'm not going to sit on the sofa watching TV. And I took a look, and I said, the playroom where the children, this was their room. It's empty. So now it's my room, it's my playroom, and I have my the radios, the modern rig and the old rig sitting on one area, and I have a little satellite station sitting across the way. And in my office, I retired about 4 or 5 months ago. So I brought everything home from the office. So I have my space, and my wife has her own office in the upstairs. She has access to a beautiful window looking outside, and she can get to the refrigerator easily and take a break and go watch a little TV. And from my office area, I'm very lucky. I can easily access the recycle and waste containers. So there are advantages everywhere. So that's the story from here, Noel. A great pleasure speaking with you. We're going to, I think, be seeing some storms tonight, so in a few minutes I'll go probably disconnect the antenna. I'll turn it back to you for a final, and we'll wrap it up on this, and then say 73, and thank you for most enjoyable QSO. K2GOD, WA4QKM.
Well, congratulations on your retirement, and hope you get many years of enjoyment. And thanks for going back to my call. Enjoy the week. And 7-3 from K2GOD. We'll see you on another round.
All the best.
Now one more call. CQ20, CQ20, CQ20. Hello, 20 meters. CQ20 from Kilo 2 Golf Oscar Delta. This is K2GOD. I'm not sure if I'm a little weak signal. I think I copy a Lima 5 question mark. Okay, is it Delta Lima 5 Papa Sierra Papa, over? Negative. I got Delta Lima 5 Papa Sierra question mark. I think I got you. I think it's Delta Lima 5 Papa Sierra Papa in Denmark. Is that correct? Over. QSL, thanks for the 5-5. Thanks for the 5-5. I copy you 5-4. 5-4. I understand you're mobile. Good to meet you. Name here is Noel. The conditions are a little bit rough. The propagation on the band tonight is not that great, but I could make you out. I made you out there, and I understand you're mobile. You have a 5-4. QSL? Negative copy. I think last transmission was the rough, one of the roughest. So I'm gonna say 7-3 before I lose you completely. Your signal report is 5-4 from K2GOD. Thank you, sir, and enjoy your week from K2GOD. Thanks for coming back.